Welcome to Queens Talking Reality. I'm Farron. This is
Elisa.
Please like, comment, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Today we'll be recapping, talking the tea, the gossip, the drama, everything about Housewives of Potomac. We're about to go live.
Watch us now. Hey, did y'all notice the name change? Okay, Queens Talking Reality. Cheers. That's our new name now. You see, we got the logo up here in the corner. Okay, we can get together on here. Okay, Queens Talking Reality, formerly known as Voices of Reality. But you can still find us under each. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like we said in the intro. And we here talking about Housewives of Potomac. Episode 6,
yes.
Season 7.
And we're going to have a Facebook page and Instagram page who could comment and chat a little bit more of the tea. But let's get right into this episode. It ends with Candiace and Ashley. When Ashley said, "Oh, there's my friend," said Michael flirted with her, and that there's other people that he hid in their DMs that wasn't as innocent as her. So, girl, Candiace went off. See, I'm starting to become more of a fan of Candiace. I wasn't too sure. I kind of had liked Monique a little bit more than Candiace. Mm-hmm. But now when she said Michael was sucking dick and he was paying an escort and let it rip, and Ashley's face led me to believe that was true. And I feel like Ashley didn't say much about it. And I believe that rumor. I think Michael swings both ways.
Yeah, definitely.
He talked about doing it to Juan.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe Robin, when she said it, she overheard him saying that.
Yeah.
And Ashley never fully expressed like, what my man did. She just like, what? Like, she makes it seem like, okay, well, it's not true. It's just not true. Like, there's nothing there that lets me believe that this is definitely not true.
But I feel like Ashley always has that blasé attitude. She knows what type of man she got. She knows that she married for money and for the checks. So I feel like that's how she always reacts when she hears something about her husband. It's always been like that. He's slapping asses, talking about sucking Juan's D. He got a crush on him. So I just believe that she's always had that blasé attitude. So
hey, Joanne, thank you for joining. But I think so too. But she does deny that he's bisexual. Like, she's like, "Oh no, Michael is not like that." But it's not believable.
I don't think she cares. Like, I really believe that she's always been like Erica from Beverly Hills. Like, I feel like they know what they married into, and it's just about going with the flow and collecting those checks. I believe that they're like dead or something. Like, when it comes to like relationships sexually, it's like they're concubine. I don't think that she cares, like, whether he's bisexual or not. I just get that feeling like, who cares? Like, she's not in love with him.
I don't think she's in love with him.
Yeah, that's a fact.
But again, kudos to Candiace. She tore Ashley apart. Everything was shut down. She couldn't say anything.
I don't think she did, though. I don't think she tore her. Like, I believe that.
I think she told that.
To me, because Ashley was trying to make a point, like, she's getting a divorce. Like, I don't care what you got to say about my man. I'm the one getting a divorce, okay? Like, I'm taking care of my situation here. Like, take care of yours, okay? Your man is holding people up in hotel rooms, okay? Talking to other people in their DMs.
Chris was not holding nobody in the hotel room.
Okay, well, allegedly, okay? So that's
he didn't hold Gizelle in a room. They went in there. She voluntarily went in that room with him.
No. That's the discrepancy. She let him in the room. She let him in. Okay, well, he closed the door. She said he closed the door behind him. That's holding her up in the room. She asked him to leave. Temporarily, she asked him to leave. He closed the door behind him.
And he left.
So, yeah, and he left. But like I said, I believe that Candiace is trying to save face. Like, you talking about a man that I'm getting a divorce from. Like, this is not the topic of the situation right now. We're talking about your man in people's DMs and trying to talk to my homie. So that's what we're talking about right now. So that's what I don't think that Candiace just seems in total defense mode. She don't seem like she like got it, like she got one up on her.
A couple of things. One, she was telling Candiace, well, you're not listening. You're not listening because with Michael, I addressed it. You're not listening. I don't believe Candiace. I mean, what, not Candiace. Ashley was saying, oh, you're not listening. I don't believe Ashley because they showed that friend back. Again, they showed just a little snippet of Michael not paying attention to her. This is the thing. They brought that girl, the one that had the baby that was in that room with Ashley. That was her moment to kind of showcase or try to solidify a position in this show. Why would you do it off camera and say, oh, Michael flirted with you, blah, blah, that Ashley's bringing back? I don't believe it. That moment when they had that 2-minute conversation with her and Ashley, that's the moment she should be like.
That's what I was saying. I was like, I couldn't even believe it. I was like, is this the friend that's trying to talk to Chris? Like, I'm like, who is, yeah. I don't know. Well, she was taking care of the baby. The baby was on her shoulder, so she can't really look like, she can't, how sexy can you look when you got a baby on your hip? I don't know. In the house, she just didn't have the look, but who knows what she could do outside of the baby on the hip and going to the club and, you know, shutting shit down. So I don't know.
This is not even about the look. They cheat. But I don't believe when Ashley said that, because that was the moment that young woman could have made a scene. That was the moment.
That doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean anything because the friend didn't say anything. Some of these, like I said, some of these people get in front of the camera and they just don't have that vibe. They don't have what it takes to be in front of the camera. So it could be that she didn't say nothing. She didn't bring nothing. Like you said, that could be something she could bring up. Yeah, but there could be other things she could have said when Ashley was telling the camera and us and her that she's getting a divorce. That would have been a time for homegirl to be like, "What? You finally getting a divorce from that creep?" Or I would have said something. So that's what I'm saying. The girl didn't bring it anyway. Let alone saying that Chris is trying to get with me, and she didn't do nothing for the camera.
I don't believe Chris tried to talk to that girl. I don't believe it. I think a part of Ashley is trying to be vindictive, a little extra messy, and I don't think it spurred her for Candiace to divorce Chris. It's just like, let me kind of mess with her marriage a little, because it was like, oh, you used to do that to me. Now I just heard a little bit of what happened with Gizelle. Now I'm going to add on to it. I don't think Chris did that. Try to talk to that woman. I don't know the man personally. I don't think he tried to flirt and talk to her at that event with Candiace there. How bold could you be?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's men that cheat and do shicey stuff like that, but Chris comes off very intelligent. I did see him do a YouTube. I mean, he did an Instagram video.
I saw that.
Yeah, he seems pretty intelligent. I don't think he's going to take a chance flirting with that woman there. He could have been probably mic'd. You don't know what the camera's going to see. Candiace, she's about it. You don't want to see the pop out Candiace. I don't think the man would have flirted with her in that event at all. None of those. I don't think any of those husbands in that platform would take that chance. She should have said,
when the drinks is in the system, when the drinks is in the system and Chris gets a little loose when he starts drinking, even on camera, he was drinking. I don't know. Like I don't put it past these men. And the thing about it, like I said with Candiace, she's just like going at people like a pit bull, and I get it. That's how you are. That's how you should be with your husband. But I just don't know if she has like, she just blindly defending him when he's like, oh, I don't know. I'm 99% sure I didn't let her in. I'm 99%. Like all of that, like 99%. You don't know. You in her room. Me, if I'm the wife, I'm going to shut that down immediately. Like, I don't care. If my friend said that, that's fine. I'm going to apologize to her. Like, listen, I get it. You're uncomfortable. That would be the end of it. Like Gizelle said, that should have been the end of it. But Candiace crying, she's stirring stuff back up. This should have been buried like 2 episodes ago. So,
right. But we'll get into Gizelle because she's shiesty.
No, she ain't. But go on.
Hello. We'll get to that part where I'm telling you where the shystiness comes. So then there's a conversation, Gizelle and Candiace, and this is one of the conversations you mentioned in our last videos that they now showed in this episode. When she talked to Gizelle and was trying to figure out what happened in the room, what made Gizelle uncomfortable, who asked who in the room. So one thing she said Gizelle is she wanted to do on a big platform. Like, why didn't you talk to me one-on-one? Why did you want to do such a big platform? Because you know this would affect my marriage. Now, I agree with Candiace on this. If you're my friend, forget TV, forget storyline, forget getting a scene. If we're friends, this should this should be a conversation outside of the show because we are friends. So that lets me know from then, if I was Candiace, we're not friends. We are co-workers. You're doing things to build a scene, to create a storyline, to stir up drama. Because it's certain things like that should not be brought on camera. Because it's going to start drama.
Well, if it's me and I'm Gizelle, I'm bringing it on the camera, especially if we're not close like that. If you're not my best friend and we're not really friends like that, it's being brought on the camera. I'm gonna keep these checks rolling in for all of us, and thank me later because I'm bringing it up on the show. It's coming on. And do what you do. Do what you need to do to like bury it. Don't let it be a scene. Don't let it be a storyline. Do what you need to do, but I'm throwing it out there on the table and let's get it popping. And that's what Gizelle did. And then Candiace reciprocated. She let it pop. She letting it pop everywhere. She letting them get scenes from this. And she did. She fell right into Gizelle's hands. And I applaud Gizelle for it. She knows what she's doing. Like Carlos the King said, she is Gizelle Kobe Bryant. Okay, she bringing it. Okay,
that's what they said. Kobe Bryant.
Yes, Gizelle Kobe Bryant, because she's bringing it. She's the show. She is the show, and she bringing the storylines, and it's falling right into like Candiace. Candiace is falling right into our hands, and she's letting it be storyline after storyline every episode. So, I applaud Gizelle. She bringing them checks in.
So it lets Candiace know that she's not her friend. There goes my point. I think Candiace, we are friends. Because I saw like
they wasn't friends like that.
Well, the way Candiace made it seem, like they hung out outside of the show. Gizelle's a great supporter of her album, went to her album release party. So you feel like, okay, as someone other than just a coworker, certain things like that you would, bring to me off camera.
I'm not bringing it off camera. We on the show to showcase our lives and what goes on and transpires within our lives. I'm not gonna hide this and have some boring scenes come about. No, I'm gonna bring this on the show. I probably would do like Gizelle. I'm gonna put this into my back pocket until the season starts, and then let's roll. When the cameras roll, I'm gonna roll the story out. And listen, Gizelle got them getting like, this is an interesting topic, and the way Candiace is reacting is perfect TV.
And Candiace said something to the effect that this is why women don't come out because of you. This is why women don't come out and say anything.
That was a stupid statement. And I love what Gizelle, like I said, that's why I love the Gizelles and the Kenyas. Because it's like, I love her response was basically like, no, I am the reason they come out because I'm coming out and I'm telling you.
Yeah, she did say that too. I thought I was dumb too. As smart as Candiace is, I was like, that's stupid. So this is where I said Gizelle is shiesty. Shiesty. This is where I was like, oh, okay. Mm-hmm. I like Gizelle though. She's my favorite. And Karen wasn't bringing as much. She's not being so problematic.
Yeah, I think she is with this blue-eyed bandit dude. So I don't know, because the way she's acting this season, scurrying away and stuff, and every time something pops off, you out the door. Like, come on, Karen, you got to come better.
Something's gonna happen between her and Charisse. But this is where I know Gizelle is being shiesty. She went back into the Sprinter where Robin was with the other ladies and was telling her, oh my God, Ashley just let her. She talked about with Chris flirting for a woman and touching her butt. Did you miss that part when she told that to Robin? She exaggerated and added more to that story than what Ashley said.
You weren't touching her butt. I don't remember that part.
Chris positioned her at the bar and was feeling her butt. That's what she said to Robin. Oh my God, yeah, what happened? Ashley just let out about Chris proposition her friend and touching her butt. And Robin was like, what? Now, why you added? She didn't say nothing about no touching or anything.
I don't. Maybe it was the drinks or something. I don't remember that part because I don't remember being like. No I don't know. That is an exaggeration, but hey.
No, that part I was like, you know what? That's shiesty. Because now you.
Yeah, I don't believe that Chris came on to that friend. I don't believe it at all. But listen, if the friend said that he's flirting, I'm just bringing it to you to let you know what my friend said. Like, should I keep that on the inside? No, I'm gonna bring it out on the show. I'm gonna let you know her friend probably did say that. Like, yeah, he was looking at me all googly eyed. Like, so I probably would bring it to you and let you know what your husband is doing.
First of all, there's a lot of women out there that think men are always flirting with them. Like Mia, Maya, whatever her name is. She think every man want her. She's the best looking person in the room. Every man, if a man look at her a little 2 seconds long, he wants her. So bye-bye. My other thing is sometimes a man could give you a compliment is not being flirtatious.
Yeah.
You could have saw and be like, wow, your dress looks really nice. Oh, really nice shoes. That's mean he's flirting.
Well,
I mean,
we
I
don't know what the
give no
flirting.
woman no compliment like that. But
We don't know what the flirting entailed.
Exactly. What did he say? Oh, wow, your hair looks really nice. Oh, nice cologne, or I mean, not nice perfume. What did he say that was considered flirting?
That's what we don't know yet.
Exactly.
That's what we don't know.
Compliment. The girl just probably has postpartum. She probably depressed. She probably don't happy. She going through a divorce. Isn't she going through a divorce too, the friend?
That's the one that said, no, that's not that friend. I don't know.
Anyway,
I can't keep up with these boring friends.
I need more details. Somebody say my husband is cheating. I need more, or not flirting. I need more details. What did he say? Because if it's something stupid, that's not flirting to me. That is not flirting to me. Everybody have their own definition of flirting.
But you know if a man's coming on to you, like as grown women, like we not 15, 20. Like these are middle-aged women that we're talking about, like here. You know when a man is flirting.
And some of them think they're on demand. Isn't like me. Oh, he was staring at me. He was looking at me. Mind you, they showed me multiple times. Chris didn't give her one look.
Yeah, I agree with that.
He probably just said hi, touch like, yeah, he want me.
Yeah, I'll look past her. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we don't know. So then the next thing was Ashley at the law firm, and Ashley mentioned the threesome with Michael, and I'm like, and then she has threesome with Michael, and now she's a mother. She feels she doesn't want to do that. I'm like, you need a big smack to the face. You can't start our relationship or marriage, or even when you start bringing other people into your marriage, to expect a man to just say, oh, by the way, I don't want to start having women into our in our bedroom anymore. That he's gonna say, okay, he married you thinking you're a freak and doing all this stuff. You can't just all of a sudden I feel holy and endowed because I'm a mother.
Yeah, I don't know.
That makes no damn sense.
I think he was doing all kind of, I think she's saying, to me, I feel like she's using it as an excuse. Like, I feel like it's more than that. Like, I think he was cheating. I think she just, because she's so worried about what the public thinks and, oh, that's released. That everybody got to think he cheated on me. Like, come on, the stuff that he was doing, slapping asses. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. In hotel rooms with other chicks. He was doing so much. And yet you talking about that you didn't want to have threesomes anymore. And that was the issue. I don't believe that. There was way too many things going on within there. Too many dynamics going on within their relationship that she's trying so hard to minimize those things and trying to, oh, I don't want to have threesomes anymore. It's my choice. I'm getting the divorce. Stop lying. You have no choice because you with a creep.
I doubt she comes off as a freak. I doubt she didn't want to have threesomes because she looks like if she's in another relationship, she probably would have threesomes. And who knows? They probably have foursomes. I could see them having sex with two men and Ashley. I could see them having orgies because he looks like he swings both weights. So
I don't know if she does though. I don't feel she does that. I know, but to me, I don't feel like she does it voluntarily. Like I don't think that's her choice. I feel like she's doing it to keep the money train going. Like she's doing.
I think she would want to. I think she wants to be having three. I think she wants to have threesomes.
I don't think so. I don't believe that. I believe that
she's bisexual. She said she was bisexual. I could see Ashley not because when she first started out, she said that she was doing having threesomes. That she didn't make it seem like it was a big deal. If it's something you don't really want to do, you won't really expose it. If it's something like, oh, I'm embarrassed, I don't want to do it. You're not gonna expose it to the world. She's like, oh yeah, we've had threesomes. She doesn't act like she doesn't want to do it.
I don't think she's gonna act like that. I think there's a lot of things that she's doing, like I think she's in that marriage for the check. Like I think a lot of things that women are doing, they're suppressing who they really are to keep these. Look at Erica in Beverly Hills. Like she was married to like a 90-year-old man. Like, are you serious? Like all of these things that they're doing, it's all to keep this money train going. Like I believe that she probably is bisexual. She probably loves women, but does she want to bring it with her man being with the woman? I don't know. I don't believe that. I believe that her whole existence in that marriage is for money and to keep and to secure her and her mom. He's been taking care of her mom too.
Yeah, he was taking care of her mom.
Yeah, I think all of this is for him. And so even she says, like, let's be real. When she in that scene that we're talking about, let's be real, I'm stalling. Like, why is she stalling? Like, why? Because she still wants she wants that security.
Yeah, and then the attorney told us a bad idea for her to buy a house with Michael, which I don't think an attorney needed to tell you that.
She knew that. Everybody saw that. She knew that herself. I don't think she cares what the attorney says, what anybody says. She's going to do that to keep like I said, the money train rolling.
Yeah. So the next scene was Mia, Jacqueline, which is her friend. This is Mia's friend. And Charisse, they all went to get their toes and nails done. There wasn't much on the scene. It was more so Mia inviting them to Miami.
Yeah, she talks about the lump that she's getting removed. She's still with this lump that's like non-cancerous. Like, why are we still talking about the lump that's a knot that is like not just some skin?
Yeah.
Why are we still talking about this?
They removed. So that there was not. Yeah, there was no. I need at this point. Mia needs to just not even talk about that damn lump.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, let's not. Why are we bringing this up? Acting like, oh yeah, it's not cancerous, but they're removing it. I'm going through this. I'm getting surgery. I'm going like. We don't need to talk about this anymore. Like, okay.
Yeah, now that we know it's not cancer, moving right along. So then there was a scene with Wendy and her husband. They would talk about the restaurant. He said it would be a financial strain with Peter, with her being not even partial partner. She would even be partially his partner. She's just a little bit. But what I did like is that a lot of times on these shows, they make it seem like they have the money and they have to live in the fabulous life. So I actually appreciated seeing her and her husband talk about how this would be a financial strain. Mm-hmm. And in that world of reality TV and this fabulousness, they make it seem like $300,000 is not a big deal. So for Wendy, being having a doctorate and she's been on TV and they live his life, and I think her husband, I forgot what he does. I was honestly surprised that they're talking about $300,000 being a financial strain for them, even though they do.
But But see, you said them. The part that I took from that scene was he was letting her know you're on your own. Like I think they got the money. I think the way he was saying it. Yeah, I think the way he said it though. Everything he was saying was like, that's going to drain you. That's going to drain your bank account. Like everything that he was saying was you, not us. He wasn't saying us. He was focusing on, girl, this is on you, not us. So I just feel like she probably can't afford it. I think what she was banking on was them as a couple going in it as business partners together. And he was letting her know in more or less words, and she picked up the vibe that it's on you. I'm not putting in nothing, pennies, nothing, not even a penny. So
exactly. So it showed that Wendy couldn't do it on her own. It showed Wendy couldn't do the $300,000 on her own.
Yeah.
She kept saying it would be a financial strain. Normally, you don't see that on TV. Even they talk about it, they always make it seem like they have the money. So you can see that Wendy she doesn't have the $300,000. That she would need to at least put $150. He would put $150. Or
yeah, I think she was banking. Yeah,
financial strain on that.
Yeah, I don't think that she wasn't. I think she was counting on him, and that was where the money was going to come in from. I don't think she can do it by herself. So
maybe she put $150 and he put $150. But and either one of them could put she can't put the $300,000 on her own.
And I'm glad that he talked to her and let her know, like, this is all on you. Like, and even as a couple, as a married couple, like, she should know, like, this is going to be risky. Even if she does do it on her own and dig up, like, all pennies from everywhere, that still will be a financial burden on them, and it will put a strain on their marriage at the end of the day. Like, you might not see it now, but if she's strapped for cash later, that's going to affect him and the way he's operating in his finances. So she's right to, like, not go in that business venture with Peter, but the way she went about it, it looked like it's gonna get messy with Peter.
Yeah, because they have kids. Yeah, her and Peter are gonna go at it. I saw it next episode.
Mm-hmm.
And Wendy's wrong, even though the little clip I saw, she wrong.
Absolutely.
So now they show Gizelle, Ashley, and Robin shopping. They're all shopping for the Miami trip. The Miami trip. What did they say? Robin tells Ashley that Candiace told her. Oh yeah, Ashley brought up what Candiace said about Michael.
Sucking D.
sucking D with it was sucking an escort. He paid someone, which I call a damn prostitute.
Same thing, you sucking D, whether it's the escort or Johnny around the way.
So Robin says she's heard this before. This is not the first time that she's Candiace actually told her this years ago and said she wasn't planning on revealing it. But I guess right now she's just fed up and was like, look, I'm telling what I know. And I believe Candiace.
Because she said Candiace told
Robin
that, okay.
Years ago, but never revealed it to Ashley or the group. So that's why when Ashley spoke about it, Arba was like, yeah, I've heard that before. Candiace did mention that to me.
But to me, I wouldn't mention it. Like, there's so much dirt, not even dirt. Like, there's so much stuff that's out in the open about Michael. Like, this is just one little drop in the bucket. Like, this is like this. He's been caught in hotels, slapping producers' asses. Like, he's doing so much. He's so messy that I probably would forget to even mention that messiness, like about him sucking D. Like, he has so much other stuff that's been going on, which shows that he's a creep. So why is this? This would be nothing to me. That's not news. He's a creep. We all know that. That's established.
So Candiace knew about it, but I think she's holding it in her back pocket. Like, I know this, but there's so much stuff. This is the thing. When she didn't have to reveal because there was so much stuff else going on.
Yeah.
Now when the dust settles and everybody kind of forget, oh, Michael did this, and it's kind of like everybody forgets about it. She's throwing this bomb.
That is not a bomb to me. That's what I'm saying. I don't believe that Candiace did anything. Like, that wasn't a bomb. That was a little like pebble that she dropped. Like, it is already established that Michael is a creep, a no good creep. He's not a good husband. He's been, doing all kind of like, scandalous things. Like, why is that any different?
Well, because remember the situation with the squeezing the producers, but he kept denying what's happening. It was settled out of court, which I think he paid the producer off.
Robin said that Michael said he would suck Juan's D.
Exactly, but they denied that too. They didn't say, oh, yes, he said it.
Okay, but it's going to be denied that he sucked the escort's D. Like, what's the difference between...
Well, I know, but I think that's why Candiace said, because Candiace even dropped the name, because they bleeped it out. She said something that they bleeped out.
But like I said, this to me is along the same lines. That's even less of a big deal to me. If I'm telling you that your husband said that he's going to suck my husband's D, to me, that was the bomb. That was the bomb. Yeah. And it got swept under. Nobody said anything. Like Robin said, she heard it with her own ears out of Michael's mouth. So to me, it's like, why are we acting surprised if he's sucking the escort's D? This is nothing. Like, I would be like, Candiace, whatever. Like, we've been through this already with him, want to suck, everybody else's D. Who cares?
I guess it's the way she said it was kind of like, woo. Like, I guess it was unexpected. I think that's why I reacted that way. Even though people knew it, because when I heard it, I was like, woo. Oh, Lord, jeez. We know it, but we weren't expecting that to come out of her mouth.
I was like, okay. I would have been like, Ashley, like, oh, okay, you trying to deflect? Okay. Like, he's been sucking D all the time. Like, he's always sucking D, allegedly.
That's true. So Robin said Candiace is probably dramatizing what's happening to Chris. And Gizelle says she'll never speak to Chris again.
And she shouldn't. Like, if I'm telling you something, I will keep away, especially if I get that type of reaction. I'm keeping away from you and your husband. Don't even come next to me, especially when he's lying, talking about, yeah, I'm 99% sure that she told me to come in and she welcomed me in your room. Now you're lying. Now I'm not speaking to either one of them anymore.
True. And after that, it was more so them traveling to Miami. It wasn't anything really interesting. They tried to show them traveling to Miami. They showed each of them in separate vans. Gizelle told about she wanted a younger man. That's what she's looking for, a younger guy. They go to the house. At first, they weren't really impressed with the house until they went in the house. It was beautiful inside, outside. Same thing that happens on every single reality show. Who gets what room? Who gets the best room? Who gets this? They're looking for rooms. And Mia basically handed out the rooms to everyone. Ashley wanted this some type of trick for Candiace's room and kind of like roomed her with. Who did she changed the card and made sure Ashley and Wendy roomed together?
Oh, was it? I was kind of started zoning out of that part with the rooms.
Yeah,
and
there was nothing else. Let me see. So then it ended with Mia calling Peter so that Peter could come to she could come to have dinner with the ladies at Peter's hotel. So that was basically it. There wasn't.
And then Peter already said, you forgot the part where Peter said, like, let Wendy know that, I'm pissed off, or however words he said it and what verbiage he used. But he was like, basically, let Wendy know.
He has beef with Wendy.
Yes, he said we got beef.
Yeah, and then that's how it. I was like, oh, what kind of beef they had? And then, of course, next episode.
But it's gonna be because she never got back to him. That's what. Because I saw, I'll be watching the next week. Too. Yeah, so it's gonna be. But Peter, and that's one thing I listened to him. He was on Carlos King. I listened to old. It wasn't old, but it was from an episode from this summer when he was on Carlos King. And the one thing that he said, like when Cynthia was on Housewives, is that she was he did agree that she was boring. Like she wasn't bringing it like she should have. And he said that? He was like, he basically was saying that he encouraged her, like, come out of your shell, let's bring it. And then he was saying that Nene and them started to get jealous because he started to kind of bring it, and like, they was calling Patricia and stuff like that. But he was basically saying, like, when you open up your lives, and just the same thing I'm saying about Gizelle, when you on camera and you want to get your business, and this is a whole like floodgate that's open for you. So it's like, bring it, and you got to bring the conflict, bring the messiness. And he was saying that Cynthia didn't know how to bring it. And he was saying that he was putting that battery in her back. And that's what I believe he's doing this time around, because the way that he was talking, it was like he knows the game. Like he knows to be messy. He knows how to bring it. He has restaurants. He has things that he can promote on, Bravo. So it's like, I'm gonna be just like Peter, Gizelle, and all of them. I'm gonna bring it. Like, even if I'm not a main cast member, y'all can call me Patricia or whatever. I'm gonna bring the messiness. And that's what I think he's going to do. And with for those Wendy.
Scenes, he gets a little check too. He gets to showcase his restaurant.
Like what it did for his businesses, like in Miami, down south, like all of his businesses, I'm sure Bravo played a big role. And even me, like I didn't know he had a restaurant in Miami. If I go to Miami, I would love to stop by. If I go to Atlanta, I would love to stop by his place. But I would only know about that because of Bravo.
No, I agree. But I think it's also if you're a person that people actually like you on the show. So if you have a lot of people that don't like you, I don't know. I think Gizelle hasn't promoted anything on the show but the shady podcast she has, Reasonably Shady, and they don't even show them doing that. Last season, they actually showed them working.
Yeah.
Podcast. This time, I don't know, later on they're going to show it, but Gizelle doesn't have it. She had a makeup blonde that flopped. I don't know what.
Well, I don't think it's that. Like, I think with her and like what Peter was saying, like, even if you don't have businesses, I think for him it's good because whatever he got going on outside of their marriage, when he was married to Cynthia, that can still be promoted. Him getting, him still bringing the conflict and the messiness on behalf of Cynthia is going to keep the checks rolling in. That's going to substantiate her existence. And that's what I think is doing for him too on Potomac. It's substantiating his existence so he can be in like 3, 4, 5 episodes. They go into his restaurant in the episodes.
Yeah, you can do that for Atlanta too. I think he's cool with Candy.
Yeah, and they showcasing his business on the show. They're going to have a fight or whatever in his restaurant. That's going to make people flock to his restaurant.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, he's gonna make sure they see it, and yeah. So I definitely agree. He's probably show up in Atlanta too.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he's putting himself there. Like, okay, I don't need Cynthia. I still have some connection with that. But again, I don't see Gizelle promoting anything on the show. I mean,
but she doesn't have to. I think a lot of them, I think that's a bonus when you do have a business and you want to promote it. But I think as long as you substantiate your existence, look at Charisse. She's still fighting. She's fighting to get back on the show. Look at Sheree. She's been in Atlanta. Like she's been out of work. Well, technically out of work when it comes to Atlanta Housewives. Like she was put on pause. Like, so I just think even if you don't have businesses, like substantiate your existence to keep the money train going with Bravo. That in itself is important.
That's your business.
Yeah, Gizelle is disposable, but she's bringing it. So right now, she's good TV. They're going to keep her.
Yeah, they need Gizelle.
Yeah.
Karen
So
better
it's like,
watch it because Karen read this season so far. She's trying to be too nice to everybody.
that's what I'm saying. Like she's a little, she's lacking right now, and that's not a good thing. And that's what I'm saying. Like it's easy to be put on pause and be fired. So it's like you still gotta maintain these things even if you don't have outside businesses.
Yeah, I agree. So I think with Karen, she needs to continue bringing because right now she's flopping.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that was that for that episode. So we got to tune in for the next episode. Like we said, I think a fight is going to be going on between Wendy and Mia. Mia's going to throw a drink in her face.
Mia's going to throw a drink. I saw that before. I'm curious to see what she says to get the drink thrown in her face. But I know it stems from maybe the situation with Peter.
Yeah.
So that was the end for this episode. There wasn't really much going on, but when they went to Miami, nothing stirred up yet, nothing juicy yet.
Mm-hmm. So we'll see for next episode, and tune in and thank you guys. Thank you for the people in the chat and the quiet ones, the lurkers. We see you and we still appreciate you. Leave a comment down below. Smash that like button, the share button, and we'll see you again next time. This Sunday, another episode is coming on, so we're going to be on shortly after. Don't forget, set those alerts.
Bye.
Toodles.